What is up, YouTube? My name is Jonathan Liebert, and this is my first reaction video to Nintendo Direct. Wonderful start there. So, I'm just trying to get the basics down of how to face touching. Bad. I'm just trying to get the basics of how to make a good webcam video, and right right now I'm kind of nervous because there's like a minute, less than 2 minutes left till the stream begins, and mm, I'm so excited. I accidentally thought that my time zone was Pacific rather than Eastern, so that got me all jacked up. But now that this video feed is up, it's it should be good to go. I should not keep my hands to my face, because I cannot stop kissing them. So yeah, what is? Mm, sorry. Oh no, just some clothes under my chair. This video is getting good so far. It's at 6 o'clock at my time, so hopefully it should start soon. It's a little stuffy in here. That's why you get for wearing a sweater. But this makes me look cool. Hopefully. Am I cool yet? Huh? No? Okay then, sweater off. Trying to look cool, but I can't. Maybe just a hood. If I can do that, maybe a cape or something. Okay. Now hopefully my my sister is kind of studying in the other room, so I need to try to be quiet. Um, unless there is something in this video that will get me super mega ultra hyped, which most likely very well. Very well. I've heard a few rumors, but if you have not heard of those rumors just yet, I'm not going to spoil them. I'm just gonna close this door here to take down any sound from my room or from the outside. Okay, now it's 6 o'clock. Let's see if this is a prank by Nintendo. If this is a prank by Nintendo, I will not be buying their NX. And I made that statement because, goddamn, I have a lot of trust in Nintendo. So, now we are just waiting for the video to start. Now, I was thinking about streaming this rather than record it and upload it to YouTube, but that would take a lot of data and a lot of data that I do not have at all. I know what you're probably thinking. I'm looking at like downwards rather than at the camera. That's just where my recording stuff is. I'm going to minimize it. I just want to look good for you people. Okay. So now we play the waiting game. Joke's on you. I have a bottle of water. I'm not going to tell you what brand because that would be copyright or misbranding. And yes, that's exactly how I hold my water when I drink. Like that. I should also... I'm just going to bring up the my recording window because well, obviously you can't see it, but I see it, and I want to make sure that I everything I do is in the frame right here. It's like this and this. Also, my camera is reversed, which is wonderful, very wonderful. So I have to think backwards. Let's see. Don't I like pretty? Come on, video, and load up. You just gotta load up. Uh, Also, you know what? I should also mention that you probably do not see my eyes at all. There, right here. I am not that freak from uh, Agents of Shield. That's my favorite show that I do not remember the name to. That was my headset. I think we're still good. If you don't mind, I'm just going to, yeah, just making sure that my headset's working because during this video, my headset may suddenly turn off, which is very good for streaming for a video. Very good, very good. So now, man, that sucks. Now I have to go like this, like a snooty teacher or something. I also have to keep my headset, my mic to my face. 911, what's an emergency? I shouldn't joke about that because I'm not good at jokes. Well, now we're just waiting. We're just waiting on some shit to go down. My apologies for my language. I'm kind of impatient now. What the hell was that? Huh. Weird. Waiting. Oh my god, I've been recording for 8 minutes. Shit. Again, I apologize for language. My goodness. Why? Mm. Now here's the thing, right now I do not have a video editor. So what you see is what you get. You're gonna get like an hour long video, just me sitting right here, waiting for the video to come up. You know what? Can I? It should load up automatically. I mean, it says live right there. If you can see my mouse, if you can't, it's right in the corner over there to your right. I thought it did something when the thing disappeared. Ah. You know what, just let me try to reload. If I missed something, I'm gonna be pissed. That's the other thing. The feed is to the very end, and my broadcasting window is blocking it. So if I miss something, I am going to be pissed. What? Ah! I'm missing stuff! Oh, okay. Right now okay, I guess we're talking about Mario Maker. That's cool. That's awesome. Yes, I am pissed now. What? What is going on with my, Well, since we missed, like, 10 minutes of the video, and now it's loading. It's loading. Come on. Please. Mario! What are you doing? Oh my goodness. You can tell I'm gonna be a YouTuber. Come on. Is it gone now? Or it's just not loading? It's just not loading now. I'm gonna have to reload again. Shit. Missing so much stuff. Oh. No. No. I am not a happy Koopa. I am not a happy Sith. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm not a Star Wars fan. Load! 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 Loud! You know what? Screw this sweater. I'm too hot and bothered to bother with that. Oh my goodness. Why won't you load? Oh, what? What the hell? Oh no. Oh no. It's connected. Missing so much shit. What? What is going on? Do you see this? What is happening? What the hell? What? I have to check something now. No. Where is it? Load! Oh, shit! It's playing here. It's playing on YouTube now. Hang on 1 minute. Shit. You know what? I'm gonna be right. I'm gonna,
You can switch between the two modes at any time during play, so if you get stuck in regular mode, you can switch over and continue enjoying yourself in mellow mode.
Alright, okay, this is about Yoshi's Woolly World. Okay.
Oh, I should mention, there are also special Yoshi
If you don't mind,
amiibo.
I'm just gonna...
While the current lineup of amiibo figures are all made of hard materials, this amiibo series is created from yarn, just like the heroes of Yoshi's Woolly World. When you tap the Yoshi amiibo on the Wii U gamepad, another Yoshi will appear in the game, allowing you to play with double Yoshi.
What?
That way, even when you're
What?
playing single player, you won't feel like you're playing alone. As in the multiplayer mode, playing with double Yoshi lets you turn your ally into a yarn ball to throw at enemies or to cross chasms. It really expands the gameplay.
What about
Yoshi's Woolly World will launch later this year. The Yarn Yoshi amiibo will be available in 3 different
Wait,
colors:
seriously? There's a
green,
Yarn
pink,
Yoshi
and
amiibo?
light blue.
Load!
Next up is Splatoon. In this action shooter, you control squid-like inklings who can transform into humanoids. So far, we've introduced a 4-on-4 online ink battle mode called Turf Wars, and a single-player campaign called Octovalley, where you set off on your own to take down the inklings' natural-born enemies, the Octopus Army. But today, we'll show you 2 more modes. The first is an online mode called Ranked Battle. Just like in Turf Wars, you'll team up with 3 other players to battle it out in 4-on-4 matches. However, this mode includes a ranking system. Ranked Battle has several rules that differ from Turf Wars. In one mode called Splat Zones, players battle over a specific area within a given stage, so you can expect some fierce battles between 2 teams to go down here. Polish your skills against the Octarian Menace in single player, hit up Turf Wars for a casual multiplayer matchup, and then up the intensity in Ranked Battle, where you'll find the most serious competition. Another mode included in the game is called the Battle Dojo. Here you can enjoy local one-on-one battles with friends. In this mode, one player uses the gamepad as a screen while the other plays on the TV screen, each one competing to see who can pop the highest number of balloons in a given stage. You can play this mode on the same stages as in Turf Wars, so just like in a real dojo, you can practice your
Load! I'm just not one happy camper.
moves and learn the layout and locations of obstacles to up your game in Turf Wars. We have one more Splatoon announcement today. We've decided to release Inkling Amiibo right alongside the game's launch. When you touch an Inkling Amiibo to the gamepad, you'll receive missions based on the Amiibo you tap in. By completing these missions, you can acquire special weapons and gear that you can only get from these compatible Amiibo. The Splatoon series of Amiibo will be available in a single pack including an Inkling Girl, an Inkling Boy, and an Inkling Squid on May 29th when Splatoon launches. Or you can buy the Inkling Girl or the Inkling Boy individually the same day.
Well, it's too late now.
Moving along,
Well, they're doing more Amiibos at least. But wow, Splatoon Amiibos. Okay. That now that I missed like a whole 15 minutes of this stuff, I'm gonna have to watch it on my own. See what I missed. Okay, seriously, what is going on? That keeps happening. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with this video. Say it with me. Load! Oh my goodness. Come on. Has any other Nintendo Direct reactor have this problem? I mean, seriously. What is going on?
happy to announce that we'll be adding Nintendo 64 and Nintendo DS games to our Wii U Virtual Console service.
Pokemon!
When playing Nintendo DS Virtual Console games, your TV monitor and Wii U gamepad will provide multiple dual-screen layout options to maximize your enjoyment. Some games will use your TV monitor as the main screen, while others will use both screens as one connected screen. No matter what type of Nintendo DS game you're playing, you can select a layout that best suits that title.
Very nice.
For Nintendo 64 Virtual Console titles, you can select from one of 3 different control schemes and then configure specific buttons to your liking, or to better match the layout of the Nintendo 64 controller. And yes, if a particular game supported the Rumble Pack on Nintendo 64, the Wii U gamepad will be ready to rumble accordingly. And of course, both Nintendo DS and Nintendo 64 games can be played on the Wii U gamepad screen as well. Keep in mind that the Wii U Virtual Console versions of Nintendo 64 games you've already purchased on Wii and transferred to Wii U will be available at the special discounted price of $2 each. Yoshi's Island DS will be released immediately after this announcement, as will the Nintendo 64 game, Super Mario 64. The following titles will also be available soon.
Ooh, Mario Kart DS. Nice.
Next, let's hear from Damon Baker, who's got some updates on upcoming indie titles.
Ooh, indie
Thanks,
titles.
Bill. There's a lot of great stuff headed to the Nintendo eShop, so let's get right into it.
I'll be honest.
Coming to Wii U this May, Adventures of Pip is a puzzle platformer set in a retro-inspired 32-bit world. Pip is the unlikeliest digital underdog, a single pixel able to absorb the pixels of his defeated enemies to evolve into 3 different forms. Skillfully switch between each form while exploring 5 dangerous worlds to overthrow the evil Skeleton
I
Queen.
might buy it.
Rescue trapped villagers to unlock new shops, and don't forget to use your gamepad to quickly access your inventory or quick travel throughout the land.
I may deck this.
Octodad Dadliest Catch is a game all about deception, not to mention destruction, and of course, dadliness, also known as fatherhood. In this one, you play as a dapper octopus masquerading as a human, and as such, you'll have to master simple everyday tasks made difficult by your unwieldy tentacles, all while keeping your cephalopodin nature a secret from your unsuspecting human family.
Can we get ice cream?
There's even a ridiculously silly co-op mode where up to 4 players each control a different tentacle. Collect neckties and learn about Octodad's secret life when Octodad Dadliest Catch flops his way onto Wii U this summer. The Mutant Mudds are back on Wii U and Nintendo 3DS, ready to soil the land in the sequel to the acclaimed original. Mutant Mudds Super Challenge contains 40 brand new levels filled with dimension-bending, platforming fun that will have you hopping in and out of the background to discover secret pathways
I'll
and
be
collect
honest, I've
gems.
never got this
Be
one.
prepared to bring your
So-
platforming skills because the challenge has been cranked up a
I mean, it
notch.
looks interesting,
Best of
but-
all, if you buy the game on Nintendo 3DS, you can download it on Wii U for
Oh, no,
free
okay.
and vice versa. And
Yeah.
if you own the original, a loyalty discount will also be offered. In Don't Starve Giant Edition, you'll fight, farm, craft, scavenge, and do whatever it takes to survive in a wilderness filled with science, magic, and things that go bump in the night. Randomly generated worlds and the constant threat of permadeath will keep you on your toes. But luckily, your trusty gamepad will be with you to display your inventory and map, or to play the game in off-TV mode. Don't Starve Giant Edition will also launch with a special promotion. Every purchase gets you 2 copies of the game on Wii U. Send your second copy to a friend and they'll be able to embark on their own bizarre adventures. Before I pass it back to Bill, take a look at a number of other titles coming soon to the Nintendo eShop. Thanks, everyone.
Okay. Star Wars. Oh, never again. I may get that game. Not that of you, We will hold this one for the Wii U. That's a train enthusiast game. Find it somewhere. So I guess we have like a limited time frame.
For this next bit, let's start with a trailer.
Atlas, okay. Is this?
壊したい大事そうに抱えた私を全部君がこの孤独を痛みを癒すの消えてしまいたい眠らない街のざわめき愛想笑いの憂鬱本音なんていつかどこか見えないふりだねだって不安なんてそんな言われなくても分かってる壊したい大事そうに抱えた強がりなんてでも素直になれない迷っても悩んでも君が求めるならせめてこの孤独を痛みを壊して生まれ変わりたい絶対に逃がさない
But it's still in Japanese.
First off,
Not bad,
thank
not
you
bad.
for waiting, everyone. It's been a long time since we announced this project, but the game you just saw is indeed the crossover between Shin Megami Tensei and Fire Emblem that we announced
Oh.
back in January of 2013 in a Nintendo Direct. The role-playing masters at Atlas are developing a truly modern RPG, where everyday life exists alongside a secret world of fantasy, including characters from the Fire Emblem series. I hope you're looking forward to it.
Alright.
Stay tuned for more information on this title in the future. Now it's time for... Whoa. As I was saying, now it's time for a new Wii U title that fans have been clamoring for. In this new entry of the Fatal Frame series, you play as one of 3 different characters, each with their own storyline set at the cursed tourist destination, Mount Hikami. Using the Wii U gamepad as your camera, you'll investigate different areas while soaking in the atmosphere. But occasionally, your camera will be used to fend off hostile spirits in quick bursts of action. Prepare for scares when the game haunts the US later this year. Keep your eyes peeled for more details, coming soon. Now let's dive into some Nintendo 3DS software, starting with the Nintendo eShop title, Box Boy. It's a charming puzzler from the platforming masters at HAL Laboratory, the developers of the Kirby series. Across the game's black and white world, you'll discover a wealth of mysteries just begging to be solved. To do so, you'll navigate more than 150 stages full of interesting challenges using the main character's ability to duplicate his blocky body. With this technique, he can invent unique structures like the shielding afro, and then use them to protect himself, hit switches, and snake around environments like a boss. Whatever type of gamer you are, chances are you haven't solved many puzzles like these before, so figuring them out just feels good. And so does parading around in the block costumes you'll unlock along the way. Some of them even make you move faster, jump higher, and look as much like a ninja block as you feel on the inside. Life's good when you're a ninja block. Box Boy will be available for purchase on the Nintendo eShop April 2nd. Next, the latest game in the Pokemon Rumble series, Pokemon Rumble World. It's a fast-paced action game that you can download for free and start playing right away. It features more than 700 Pokemon from Pokemon Red and Blue through Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, some of which can even Mega Evolve. Making toy Pokemon attack is as simple as pushing a button. To advance in your journey, you'll square off against tons of wild toy Pokemon and defeat them to add to your collection. During your adventure, you'll travel to different areas on hot air balloons. Where you go depends on the type of balloon you're on. As you play, you'll acquire different balloons using items called Pokédiamonds, allowing you to reach more distant areas where you'll encounter new crops of wild toy Pokemon. There are other ways Pokédiamonds aid you during gameplay. You can get Pokédiamonds when you beat certain stages or even via Street Pass. Or you can purchase them through the Nintendo eShop using funds from your account, which you can access at a shop in Castletown, your adventurer's home base. Pokemon Rumble World will be free to download starting on April 8th through the eShop on Nintendo 3DS.
Video is a little too
If you love Mario,
really
RPGs, or puzzle games, then the future is looking bright, because 2 brand new full-length RPGs are headed your way in a single package. Puzzle & Dragon Z plus Puzzle & Dragon Super Mario Bros. Edition packs in 2 unique games at a great price. Each game is its own separate adventure with completely different stories, characters, and gameplay twists.
Okay.
Puzzle & Dragon Super Mario Bros. Edition begins with Princess Peach being kidnapped by Bowser. To rescue her this time, Mario and Luigi must take the Koopa King down by crafting the perfect team of his own minions. In battle, you attack enemies by dragging elemental orbs around the playfield to create matches of 3 or more for greater damage. Chain 5 or more orbs and you'll unleash a group attack on multiple enemies. Picking the right team is paramount. You'll choose a leader like Mario or...
What? Load! What? Load! Seriously, tell me, do you Nintendo Direct reactors get this sort of thing? Oh my goodness. Oh no. That's not good at all. Oh no. Oh no. Stay right there. I'll be right back. I'm probably missing some really good shit right now. Everything should be alright now.
The new update to Street Pass Me Plaza will be available on April 16th.
Okay, so there's a
Ultimate Angler,
update. I don't know
Battleground
what
Z,
it is.
and Street Pass Me Plaza Premium can
Okay.
each be purchased individually inside Street Pass Me Plaza
okay.
once the
New
update
Street
is
Pass
complete.
DLC.
If you
Amazing.
purchase both Ultimate
I am so
Angler and
hyped.
Battleground Z together, you can get them for a special discounted price.
FML.
The Nintendo 3DS family of systems already has a great library of role-playing games. One look around the internet and you'll find lots of gamer love for titles like Fire Emblem Awakening and Bravely Default.
Yes.
But fans of those games should prepare themselves for a whole new dimension of RPG goodness, because the
really?
role-playing swan song of the last generation is brand
Definitely
new again,
want that. I
exclusively
definitely
on
want
the
that.
new Nintendo 3DS XL system. The new Nintendo 3DS XL version combines the original's amazing story, vast landscapes, and intense real-time
Wait,
battles
wait,
with new
alright.
features like the collection.
I never.
Here you can view 3D animated models and listen to the entire
found that
soundtrack, even with
Really
your system
take the fans
closed.
so seriously.
It's time for the world debut of a new trailer for Xenoblade Chronicles 3D.
I'm gonna be a good
Enjoy.
YouTuber. Now let's watch the trailer.
14 years since I found you on that mountain. Seems like yesterday.
I owe it all to you. If you hadn't found me that day, I wouldn't be here now discovering the world.
Now I think about it, that was when I found the Monado as well. This might be crazy talk, but maybe you and the Monado are part of some higher plan.
I just realized something. The future I see, it isn't set. I think it's more like a warning.
You will pay for what you've done! Get back here! No!
I know how you feel,
Your
Shoulder.
next move, it's all in vain.
It can't be!
I have like
Unbelievable.
steel crosshair.
Stick together, everyone! Now, Melia!
I control it. By the light of the Monado, I will stop them.
I'll admit that no, I'm not a Xenoblade fan. But it's cool. Okay, I have it for the most part.
Let's move on to
Centered.
the new Fire Emblem game for Nintendo 3DS, which we announced in the last Nintendo Direct. As in Fire Emblem Awakening, the main character will be a customizable avatar created by the player. However, in that game, the character you created was more like a second protagonist, or even a partner for the main character. This time around, for the first time in the series, your created character is the main protagonist of the game. Today, I would like to show you a new trailer that highlights some changes only made possible because the player is now the main hero. Please take a look.
伝う皆筋その手が開く明日は
I guess I should be hyped, but again, I'm not a Fire Emblem fan. And you're probably telling me to shut up. So.
よかった
Shut up, Dave! Exactly like that.
生かしてやろう。我が子としてな。見事だ。
大丈夫
そうだ。
ご一緒できて嬉しいです。
こっちだ。
兄様。
戻ってこい。
お兄ちゃん。
裏切り者め、かかってこい。白夜を裏切ったあんただけは、お前が信じるその正義とや準ずるがいい。
I'm a little too pissed to really enjoy any of this right now.
There are two kingdoms at war, the peace-loving Hoshido and the glory-seeking Nor. It's up to the player to decide which side to take. As always, there are two sides to every story, and in this game, the path you choose ultimately decides your character's fate. No matter what, the world and characters will be the same, but depending on the decision you make, the storyline, battles, and outcomes will be drastically different. On the Hoshido side, you'll experience a more traditional path as you work together with your allies to fend off Norian invaders. Because this path story is more similar to past Fire Emblem games, it's a bit more accessible, even for newcomers. On the other hand, if you choose the Nor, you'll be forced to revolutionize an unruly kingdom from the inside, so the story will be slightly more complex, and the difficulty will be more challenging. The new Fire Emblem for Nintendo 3DS is planned for a 2016 release in North America. Stay tuned for more information in the future. You may have heard something about these cards I'm holding. Well, we're finally ready to show our hand. These cards feature characters from the Animal Crossing series, and you can use these cards in a brand new Nintendo 3DS game called Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer.
Another Animal
The game offers you a unique way to interact with your favorite animals from the series without doing chores. It's all about the home decorating and design aspects of Animal Crossing. In fact, animals will request the player to design a house for them, one that fits their rather specific tastes. Then, it's up to the player to furnish and decorate their homes and meet the animals' request by designing them a home that suits their sense of style. That's where the cards come in. They're a new, more portable form of amiibo that doesn't require a figure. If you have an Animal Crossing series amiibo card, you can tap it in to design a room for the animal on the card. After designing their room, you can scan additional amiibo cards to invite other animals to come visit their house, and then kick back and watch them have fun together or snap a photo. In other words, amiibo cards lets you experience a different side of the Animal Crossing world than you normally see in the core series. The Animal Crossing series amiibo cards and the game Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer will be released this fall. We will also release an NFC reader-writer accessory on the same day as Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer. That way, you can scan amiibo on regular Nintendo 3DS and Nintendo 2DS systems as well. We have a couple more announcements to make on an existing title that Mr. Iwata will cover. See you next time.
I'll admit I'm not.
Hello again.
Okay?
For today's final game, I have
Bye-bye,
some
Peter.
new information about downloadable
Yay.
content for Mario Kart 8.
Oh, more Animal Crossing, of course. Well, I already bought the DLC, so I shouldn't really give it a crap. I mean, yeah, I just bought it for the new courses because I need a challenge. Seriously, I do need a challenge. I'm like Tap Tier Pro. God, let me get a lot of requests for Mario Kart now. That's really...
What you are watching right now is the new Animal Crossing course included in Mario Kart 8 DLC Pack 2. Here you find familiar elements and characters that make this course feel like a piece of the Animal Crossing world. On this course, This season
I
will
don't know if you
change
can tell by
each
that,
time you race. Spring, summer, fall, and winter.
Oh, that.
Much like in
That's
Animal
interesting.
Crossing games, you can bask in a variety of seasonal vistas here. Plus, we put a lot of effort into the
I am
background
real
music too.
stuff.
The background track
My
is a
apologies.
souped-up racing version of the Animal Crossing theme recorded live in studio.
That's cool.
Mario Kart 8 DLC Pack 2
Following the
will
Steve Orchestra
include
theme.
new racers, Isabelle, Villager, and Driverzer, plus 4 new cars, as well as 8 new courses, including the Animal Crossing course you just saw. We are happy to announce that instead of in May, this pack will be released on April 23rd. In the future, we'll
Yay.
have more details about the cars and courses that are on the way.
Already got that.
Alongside this release, more Mii racing soon
Ooh.
will be added.
Oh, I have Sonic.
These
Yay.
9 new compatible amiibo characters
Ooh,
will add
Sonic,
costumes
Mega Man.
to
Yay.
the game.
I have those too.
Please try on your
Oh,
favorite
and Pac-Man will soon come out.
and enjoy
Awesome.
racing in style.
Oh,
We
yeah,
have
of
one
course,
more
Bowser.
announcement for Mario Kart 8.
One more.
Please take a look.
Okay.
The Mario Kart series has been a part of many gamers' lives for over 20 years, ever since the debut of Super Mario Kart for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System in 1992. Each entry in the series has featured gameplay that appeals to kids and adults alike by offering 3 main racing classes. 50cc, a class which anyone can enjoy playing with relative ease.
Is this going to be a new class?
100cc, a speedier class that requires some
class?
skill and technique. 150cc, the fastest class, where finely honed skills are needed to compete with the best of the best. But now, 200cc is here.
That is going to change the whole... I'm sorry that I was whispering. But I need to contain my hype. This needed to happen. You can do that? This is awesome.
Ever since the original Super Mario Kart game,
This is going to change the whole game right now.
150cc
The
has
whole
been the fastest
freaking game.
class. But now, we are introducing you to a whole
Oh,
new
and that's-
level.
That's it for the...
200cc.
Is it it?
class.
Oh.
Because it's so fast, you have to have a good braking
Oh.
skill around tight
I
corners.
know I have a good
It's
racing
Mario
record.
Kart, like you've never experienced it before.
I
This
can
not
do this.
only
I
applies
can do
to
this.
the
I will take the
downloadable
challenge,
courses.
and I will
Every course
succeed
in the game will
hardcore.
offer a 200cc class in local and online play. Alongside Mario Kart 8 DLC Pack 2, an update adding 200cc mode will be
I
released
accept
on April
the challenge.
23rd. After downloading the
accept.
update, you'll be able to enjoy this new 200cc class for free. Whether you think you can handle
First day,
the speed
I'm
or
going
not,
online.
please try out.
I'm not
this
going to
new
record it
200cc class
because
of
I have
races.
no way to record on my
That's
Wii U.
all for today. Thank you for watching.
And it's over. But I'm going to win. I'm going to raise my little heart out, and I'm going to win.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Nintendo Treehouse. I am Eric, and right next to me is Morgan,
Now we're gonna
Gary,
play
and
Splatoon.
Ethan.
Yo.
These bad dudes are resident Splatoon experts.
Yes.
That was an awesome Nintendo Direct.
I
That,
will
Oh my
win.
That
gosh.
direct was no joke.
200cc.
So many
seriously,
CCs.
no joke. 200
Yeah.
CCs. People out there think they're ready. they're
Nobody's ready for
no,
that.
nobody.
200cc.
Nobody's
Oh.
ready.
Scory picked the wrong game to wear his
Okay,
100cc
let's see.
champion shirt, I
Let's
think.
see.
Yeah, that's true.
Also, new Fire Emblem.
New Fire Emblem.
That was pretty
really,
crazy.
Really good.
Yeah.
Super excited about that. Some of those.
I
indie
will be
trailers
ready.
Were
Yes. Yeah, it was
looking
awesome.
looking amazing. Star Wall.
Yeah.
That game
Dude,
is,
so this is
looking really
the
awesome.
year 30th anniversary. The trailer they made with Mario Maker.
Yeah.
It's coming out this year.
Yeah, Mario Maker is a game that I am so hyped about. It's looking.
We're all
so
over 30, 30th anniversary.
So
it hits home for us. But we get to make Mario.
It does.
This
There's a lot of
Pretty sweet
nostalgia
indies.
there.
Yeah.
No, that was a great reel.
Looking really, really good. There's so much good stuff out there, and a lot of
I'm
people.
excited.
The people are hyped up. Mewtwo is going to be
Yeah, Smash.
absolutely
Don't forget
massive.
about Mewtwo.
we're
And
still-
Lucas. Yes.
Still playing so much Smash in the office right now.
I know, that
a
Smash
lot of,
stuff's
I don't know
crazy.
who's going to
Yeah.
claim that
Too much
character
to
for
talk
the
about.
round, but it's going to be a little
I'm
bit
okay in
of little bit of
Smash.
competition
I'm
there.
okay.
Yeah.
Smash Ballot too.
Uh-huh.
So that's exciting.
But today we were talking about Splatoon.
yes, but we are
right?
here today for Splatoon gameplay.
When I'm in,
So
it's time.
We're
It is
going
now
to
time.
be hanging out
in a
and
group
playing
of
that.
8.
Yes.
I actually have
Usually,
some work to
I
do.
think you got to get back
Well,
to
you
work.
guys are playing
Four.
video games.
Yeah.
for
So we
the-
do all
for
day.
the rest of the day. That's all you do anyway,
Yeah.
right?
So
you guys have some fun. I'm
we'll
gonna hand
take it over. We're
Yeah.
gonna play some Splatoon. Thanks for joining
Yeah.
us.
All right.
And all right, guys.
Take it away.
let's go.
Go play
Yeah,
some
let's
Splatoon.
do this.
Yeah.
some
Okay.
Splatoon.
All right.
in
So
action.
as Eric said, thanks, Eric. We are here to play Splatoon for you guys. Really excited. We're gonna work our way through some different content. We're gonna show some online multiplayer. We're gonna show some single player missions. But we're actually gonna start with something we just showed you guys in the direct, which is Battle Dojo, which is local one-on-one multiplayer.
Cool. Just kick it
So
off.
yeah, Corey, why don't you jump right into it?
Cool. So for those of you that have maybe not seen Splatoon kind of in depth, I'm going to spend just a couple minutes here kind of explaining just the basics. I'm playing on the Wii U gamepad here. In Splatoon, you control these characters called Inklings. They're kind of half squid, half humans. You can fire ink out of your gun there. You can, if you hold down the ZL button, you're able to transform into a squid, right? And with that, you get some new abilities like being able to swim in your ink. You actually move a lot faster when you do that. You can jump out of it. You're also able to, like, if I spray up here.
Having a little bit of issue with my control here. So
Really?
I'm just going to resync my controller really quick.
Okay. So I sprayed the wall here. Normally I can't jump up and reach that, but as a squid, if you turn in, you can swim right up walls, get a kind of a good angle up here, perch down. And in Splatoon, you've got these Inklings. In the single-player story, you actually face off against the octopus arch-rivals, the Octarians. But the main mode in Splatoon is actually called Turf War. You're seeing me kind of just splatter ink all around. And in that main online multiplayer, 4 versus 4, you're going to be trying to cover as much ground as you can in the time limit. Now again, I'm playing on the gamepad, but normally you're going to be seeing the footage on the TV where the gamepad kind of acts as this overhead map, which we'll see a little bit later when we play Turf War. However, in this 1v1 local match, I've got the gamepad here. I'm using motion control. Ethan is playing with the Wii U Pro Controller on the TV right now.
Okay.
With that said, the rules of local multiplayer are a little bit different than Turf War. I'm actually trying
why don't you guys?
to,
Why don't you guys? You ready to start fighting for real?
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
All
now
right,
back to the 200cc.
I'll sort of what's going on. So,
I may
all right,
have
wait,
already
ready?
Flare.
Wait, Ethan,
At
ready?
the
Go.
first day,
I thought we
it
were
comes out.
going a
So
long time ago.
you can see
Looking
here that
dead in the
Ethan
eye.
actually already had 7
I
points,
solemnly
I guess, what
swear
Corey was talking
on the
about.
first day,
The goal here, these guys are
I
fighting one-on-one,
shall
and they're trying to pop as many
race
balloons as
my
they can. You're going to see
little
these
heart out
balloon spawn
online,
points. You can see the timer ticking down there,
200cc.
10, 9, 8. And what's going to happen when that hits 0
And
is
shall
that there's
not
balloons are going to
rest
spawn where these sort of
until
beams of
I
light appear.
get
And these guys are going to be racing to get to the top of those balloons first, and they're going to score points by
7
doing that.
times.
What I
in
love
a
about
row.
this mode is that even though you're playing one,
I
online,
probably
it's
just
4 on
screwed
4,
myself
so
over
there's
right
like
there.
constant chaos, and you're never without somebody to try
Well,
to splat.
I
But these balloon points are drawing you
swear.
together, so even though it's one-on-one,
It is
you
on
guys
video.
are sort of never without some action.
And
Corey already, even though Ethan sort
I
of
don't
cheated
even
his
know
way
what
to a
to say right
7-point
now.
lead, it looks like Corey's already made up some
It's
ground.
on video,
13 to 4.
and my hand is raised
waiting for
right
these
here.
balloons to show up. Oh, we got these crates here.
Yeah, you can see Corey's about to pick up a can special. The loadout is a
And
little.
I'll even
is a
show
little
you.
Oh,
bit
I
more
got a sprinkler. Check
simplified.
out the sprinkler.
No
Exactly,
cross
so-
finger right here. Okay? No
Oh, no, I
cross
couldn't.
finger.
In online multiplayer, you're
I'll
picking a
say
weapon
again.
loadout that has a
I
main weapon, a
solemnly
sub-weapon,
swear
and a special weapon. In the
that
one-on-one,
I
it's simplified a bit so
will
that you have a main
play
weapon and a sub-weapon.
online
But the special weapons are actually what you pick up off the ground and sort of get a random one. Which you're able
Until
to
I
use.
get first place 7
Corey's using
times.
some nice use of swing units
It's on
there.
YouTube now,
Oh,
so
gosh.
Ethan, you're falling a little behind here, 14 to 4.
I know. That's why I had to get a lead out front. I don't know if
what
it's
have
gonna
I
help me, though.
done?
Trying
Corey's been practicing his Battle Dojo skills.
Yeah, the good news is,
I shall
if you
be
take me out
practicing.
here, I actually am going to lose more than 1 point. So the points are tied a little bit.
It's Johnny
not-
versus the world.
Reflective of how much you have
Boom.
there. So.
I like how you're saying, like, if
Sounds like a
I'm going to let you catch up here a bit.
Right.
Splat. And you can see that, like we said at the outset, the turf you're covering with ink isn't counting for points here like it would in turf war, but it's certainly helping. The more ground that you have covered, the more that advantage you're getting by being able to use the environment to your advantage. And I think it's important to point out that as you guys are going to see as we hop into these different, we're going to show some multiplayer, some single player, and this local battle is that each game mode, I think, especially as this game comes out and everyone's getting their hands on it for the first time, it's really important to learn how to play. I mean, you sort of develop this symbiotic relationship between being the inkling and then turning into a squid and covering maps with ink and then swimming in that ink and using it to your advantage. And all the game modes really work together to sort of develop your skills.
And also.
So it's 24-1 here. We've got 47
double
seconds
points.
left.
There's still a chance to come back. They're going to be double
Chris
points here
Murdoch
in the last minute.
Video.
And
boom.
Oh, man.
And
so Corey got the 31st.
My little sneaky maneuver at the beginning did not help out that much, it turns out.
Up
Wow, 30-1! You mopped the floor with me.
Chris Murdoch.
I have to say, I did spend a little bit more time practicing that one when
excellent
Ethan was doing work.
So let's hop straight from this into a single-player mission.
Fingers crossed.
And just to keep things rolling.
Yes.
And
yeah, let's
I
move on from
shall
Battle Dojo.
preview.
Well, we'll see later.
3 to
Ethan's going to play
5.
some multiplayer later. We'll see if his Battle Jojo failings, if maybe he learned a little something he can apply
I
online.
shall make
I'm going to hop
pants
into.
nice
I'm going to play
and
through a single-player
creamy.
mission mode. As soon as I hop into it,
Of how
you
hard
guys can maybe
I'm
sort of
going to beat
set
you.
the scene.
Yeah.
For how that goes.
How hard
Yes.
I'm going to pound you.
And I'm gonna, it's sort of a.
What I'm saying is,
I think what players are
I'm
going to find is that
pound you
there's a lot to do in Splatoon,
with a
either
lot of
online
shells.
if you're battling multiplayer or local. So you've got the single-player campaign, you've got the local
I
one-on-one
should
battles,
probably be
and I think
paying
both
attention
just
to
really
Splatoon,
have
but
a ton to offer.
I'm still thinking
And
they
about
definitely
that
do.
Mario
So
Kart.
I'm hopping in here.
200
I'm
cc.
gonna let you guys set the scene as I try to do my thing.
Sure.
Yep.
So in the single-player mode, you've actually got a character named Captain Cuttlefish who introduces you to kind of the campaign where you're going to be fighting the Octarians underground, right? We talked about those octopus arch rivals.
Right.
The levels themselves have a
Well,
defined
Octarian
start
alert.
point. Oh
This
no.
is where you're
Listen.
going to go for your
This
story
is
beats for the
Octocopter.
game.
Listen.
This guy real quick.
The Octocopters.
You see these guys. The Octarians are kind of sad. Look at this guy. He's literally just a tentacle with a hat. So they're octopuses, in spirit.
They're
but
so ugly you cannot look away.
I've seen enough hentai to know what
I'm using
happens
my,
with that.
abilities here to swim and then dash jump
Right.
across.
So a lot of these levels too, right? They're kind of
It was too
teaching you a
easy.
little
It's too
bit, but
easy.
there's content that's exclusive to the single player.
I like to
campaign
stop and
as
just
well.
ink a tree once in a while, just because, I don't know, I get distracted by the tree.
That's a good
stuff.
point, though, Corey. Like, I think people are going to take the skills that they learn in single-player mode into multiplayer, and they'll
Oh, got
find
some
that
armor here.
you can trade those skills
Check out
back
this
and
armor I
forth.
just got.
Ooh,
You get to go at your own pace.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah.
about my ride.
Armor there. Safety first.
That's
I'm going to be using
early
all my ink
2000s
skills that we just talked
reference.
about. This is an ink rail here.
That
So yeah, when you
not many
spray
people
this
should
rail, you'll automatically
Activate it.
activate
Yep.
it. You can turn into your squid form
Look at that,
for
you
Morgan
can look at that.
travel.
He's,
Look at that.
he's notorious for trying too many tricks on the ink rail, but hopefully you can
I'm going to talk less.
play
and
it
get
safe
dicey.
this
So
time.
Captain Cuttlefish is giving us some advice there in the bottom. You're seeing kind of acts as your narrator.
And your guide
and
tells you about
kind
what you're facing.
Yes. Sorry.
Way to take out those octopus.
So, and you'll see that as I'm taking my time, I've just knocked those guys out, but I need. You always want to take a little time and sort of,
this.
I'm covering some turf to my advantage.
You're seeing that he's making
Well,
sure
he's
to
good.
spray down kind of a lane of ink so
Right.
he can get that dash jump instead of just jumping
All right, so
without
check
ink
this
down.
out. Check this out. Look at
Yep.
this. Look at this. And I should point out, this is only the third mission in the game. This is one of the first 3 that you'll be able to play. So, it's not as crazy as it gets later in the game. But, I've got 5 Octarians up here. There's 2 Octo Troopers.
Yeah, when you have
3,
to
I'm gonna
deal
grab
with
the special.
multiple enemies at once, things can get out of hand really
Check this
quickly.
out. I'm gonna lay a little
Take
bit
him
of
out
ink
with the
down.
Inkzuka.
Check this out, though. Lay a little ink down. Sneak in
Now he's
here.
just showing
Wait a
off.
minute. Uh-oh. Look at these guys. They
It's like
have no-
Captain Cuttlefish. Come on.
Watch
push
this. Watch when I pop up.
Push the R stick. Oh, nice.
Too bad I got an ink
Nicely done. Inkzuka in the face. You got it.
That's funny.
And you can
There you
see
go.
the.
Oh, careful,
Oh,
careful.
It ran out.
Whew.
The meter.
You can
ran
see as
out.
I'm in that enemy ink that I'm taking a lot of damage there. Luckily I've got my armor, so I can take an extra damage.
Yeah.
The good view up here.
I'm not good.
Yeah,
at
you can
this.
actually. This is a great point in this. I'm just gonna take a look around here since we've got a little,
That's
little time.
that's
You can
pretty.
look at that.
That's
You can
very
see
pretty
where
right
I've come
there.
from. Totally left a little trail there.
Yeah, no, you can definitely look back and see your progress. These stages in the single player mode are basically great sort of puzzle platformer challenges for you to complete.
I like that.
And they get more complicated as you go through story mode. And you can see, I mean, there's already a ton going on here, and like Morgan said, this is just third stage.
Like
so
one of the 5Ks I did trying to get up
There's
that
an Octo
wall.
Trooper. If I put some ink down.
bad memories.
Bad memory. I had to get helped over. Only I could have turned into a squid.
And as you progress further into enemy territory, you're going to notice they've already covered the ground with their ink. So you have to think
they're
about
working hard.
These are my favorites. They ride around on their little vehicles, spreading their ink.
And they try to cover up as I put them down. Look at he kind of gets bogged down in
his
my
little
ink color.
dance.
It's a little tricky
He's so
right there.
content with like just putting that ink down that he's not even noticing. I'm sneaking
So
up
many
behind.
hentai jokes
Not the
to be
smartest
made.
Ontarians. Ink rail again. It's going to take you to your next area.
Checkpoint.
All
Just
right,
so
we're in the
many
home stretch on
hentai
this
jokes
stage
to
here.
be
We
made.
can kind of see
So
these
I'm gonna-
Zapfish
See, I'm
right
always,
up ahead.
I'm always taking time to
Have
lay
you
some
mentioned
down.
Zapfish yet?
Yeah, not as much. So the story in this single-player campaign finds this giant Zapfish, which is the kind of power source
Right.
of Inkopolis, which is home of the
about to level
the
up my-
Inklings.
level up my armor
and the
again.
Octarians stole the giant Zapfish, great Zapfish, took
You
it
gotta
underground,
get that guy back.
and it is your objective to recover the
Let's
great
get
Zapfish.
a little more
So
serious here. I've got an
each stage in the
got an
game
Octo
also has
Bomber.
a small Zapfish to
Interesting.
rescue, which we're trying to.
I think Morgan's trying to get us.
See, look
to
at this
have
guy.
some
We've
serious
never
time.
seen. No one's ever seen this guy. That's an Octo Bomber. Look at this
So
big boy.
many
Look at that.
hentai jokes.
How is he being
So
held up?
many.
That's
be fun.
a lot of
Yeah,
power with that
there you
propeller
go.
to hold that guy.
So I
up.
got an Inkzuka here to finish the level. I actually already took him out. I didn't need it, but I'm going to use it to lay a little more ink down to clear my way to the goal. I can see that Zapfish up there waiting for me to save him. And again, always use my ink.
I'm
Always.
transfixed by your ink dive, and you're doing a great job.
All right, here I'm going to make my final
Yeah.
push.
Nicely done.
There he
There
is,
he
sweet,
is.
sweet Zapfish. Actually, I'm going to take a little look at him. Look at this guy.
Yeah.
Save me.
So this is
Save
what
me.
each stage
Going in, buddy,
each
I got
stage
you.
has one of these that you're trying to collect, with your ultimate goal of collecting the great Zapfish.
Yes.
Nicely done.
Thank
that
you.
was really
Got a
good.
little bonus there.
I practiced it a little bit. So
Yeah.
now though, let's take a
Very
minute here.
Shifting
talk
gears.
about something else we saw in the direct.
Okay.
Amiibo?
Splatoon Amiibo.
Splatoon Amiibo.
Yes.
Right.
So-
Hold on, just
Both
one
things.
second.
Right.
Just 1 second.
With Splatoon Amiibo.
Let me
That
hand
is-
these out to you guys.
I'll give
You wanna
Morgan
pass that
the
down?
Inkling Squid.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is so cool.
So we
Take
saw
the
that
Inkling boy.
there are three types.
This is actually
three types of
this is the
Amiibo.
first time I've ever held
Seen
one of
him in
these.
real life?
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
Well, you'll have to
My
give him
This
back.
is. Oh man.
I still can't believe that's a
can't keep this.
thing.
Okay.
These are great. So
Yes.
These
the
are
way-
the three different
I
kinds we
think
have.
Let me give him back.
Odd.
I might have to buy. I know that I opened my Amiibo. Ethan, I think, keeps
Take a
his
good
sealed
look.
at home,
Yeah.
so he'll probably buy 2 of them. But
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
so the way that Amiibos work in Splatoon is really
My
neat. So the way
nightstand
that the
cannot
single player
hold
works
any
is
more
you just saw me
Amiibo
play a mission.
now.
When you beat missions in the single player campaign, and then you scan in your Amiibo, the Amiibo will actually challenge
Again.
you
That's
to
right.
Again.
replay that mission with a different
Here's
sort
my
of
wallet.
challenge. So each Amiibo might challenge it to use a different weapon. We didn't point this out as I was playing through, but in the single player, you're
Over.
always playing with the same ink gun.
And
you know, it's
splatter
just
shot,
a
right?
basic hero shot.
And
Yeah, it's a
over.
kind of splatter shot.
Yep.
Unique
And
to
over.
single player. And as the Amiibo, though, will challenge you to replay those levels with a different weapon.
Exactly, and it does change the gameplay up more than you would think. And by completing those challenges, you're going to unlock some exclusive gear for each Amiibo, which is
So
really
You want my
here I
beats
am
too?
back in
Not
that same
very,
mission I just
very,
played.
very
Tap
expensive.
the Inkling boy.
Yep.
That's what we just
300
did.
bucks.
Inkling boy,
So we're on
challenged me
onto
to
an
do-
Amiibo
and
challenge.
I've got a roller now. And at first glance,
Normally,
it's
yeah,
going
you're
to
playing
look like
this.
the same map that I
Step
just played,
off.
which
Right.
it is. But
Got the roller now.
when you've only ever played these missions with one weapon, and suddenly you're going through it with a roller,
You can
it's
tell
a different
that
story.
my
it's a different field for sure.
So one thing with the roller that he's
Tell I
got
need
now is, first of all, you've got, you can just hold down the ZR button, right? And you can just keep on rolling.
And it feels so good.
It
to keep
feels
on
really
rolling.
good. But it acts as a little bit more of a melee weapon. It doesn't have as much
Right.
range.
There's
so
very little range on that.
those octocopters and octobombers that you had no problems with.
He's
a
also
second
showing
ago.
us like that secondary attack. You
Oh, the
can
little fling
the
thing
thing.
of the
that's
ink.
like
Still
my-
not great
my-
range, but you can get some things that are in front of you with that.
But see, like before, I kind of jumped right over this part. I'm actually not as scared of this as before.
Right,
'cause
you
I
just
can
run in there.
roll.
There you go.
That's nice.
And I'm collecting some power eggs here. We didn't talk about that either, but you can see my counter going up on the upper right. Those are power eggs.
Acts as
Power eggs I'm collecting. Those are what I use to level up my basic hero gear.
within single player mode.
Within
only.
single player
Yep.
mode only, yeah. The gear you power up and those eggs you are in single player are totally different than the gear that you will be, buying and using in multiplayer.
In multiplayer, right?
So that's a little taste of Amiibo Challenge. It's great because it gives you a chance. Each Amiibo has different challenges.
Do you want to take us out with a rail jump?
Yeah.
That's what they do.
So I'm gonna try a little style move right here. 360 off.
Oh,
no idea.
I did that on purpose.
Yeah, right.
Why we did that?
We're jumping out. We don't want to show too much Amiibo content right now. I think people are gonna be really excited to get home.
We
and
saw a
scan
little bit of
those
the
in.
gear that you can get too, right?
Yeah.
We saw the
if you beat their challenges, you're gonna
awesome.
get gear that you can only get by beating those Amiibo challenges.
Yeah.
So.
Cool.
You guys ready to do some online multiplayer?
Let's do some
Let's do it.
online turf war multiplayer. Watching you play with that roller
Alright.
just like made me want to
It's time.
grab the
It is time to
controller
get
out of
busy.
your
Are you saying
hands.
you're gonna use a roller?
I think I'm gonna start with the roller.
So we're gonna show you guys some different weapons in the online. There's a wide variety of stuff, and I think
There
that
is.
as people get their hands on this game, you're really gonna find that different weapons suit you in different ways. Different weapons are more useful on different maps, and
It just creates a huge variety of ways that the matches can play out, depending on what the different members of each
And
team
just
have
see
selected.
that one weapon works with
is
all
gonna
maps
determine,
throughout the entire game.
just all kinds of different play styles.
Yeah,
That's
for sure.
So you're
that's
going
not
with
true
the roller.
I went with the
most,
roller.
of
Man, the first
these
time I ever
kind of
experienced
games,
the roller,
the
or even saw the roller,
multi-weapon
I mean, it
games.
just looks so much fun. You've
Like
never had a
ever.
shooter-style game with the roller. You've
They're
never really had a
called.
need
Well, you've
to
never
cover
need,
ground.
it would be like playing like I don't know, like with a giant sword, but instead
Yeah.
you're like dragging it along the ground to
Yeah.
I don't know.
Here we
do
go.
What?
Turf war.
What about
So
sword?
again, we talked about this
I want
being the
sword.
main mode of online.
Yes.
Main mode of
we
Splatoon,
showed this to be
right?
3, but we only showed it with one.
We showed it with the
it's
splatter
bread and
shot.
butter. It's the bread and butter of Splatoon, right?
So-
Corey, you start fighting. We'll remind everyone home. I know
Yes,
there's people that know a
go
lot
ahead
about
and dump
Splatoon,
the
but
blazer.
people that might be tuning for the first time. This is Turf War. It's a 3-minute round. You can see the timer going down. The match will not end before those 3 minutes are up. Each team is battling to cover as much of the ground of this whole level in their team's color ink,
right.
and that can change totally dynamically. We can see on
I'll
the,
let you see
what
this
the smaller
the
screen you
time.
guys are seeing at home. That's Corey's gamepad screen, and the gamepad
Right.
is
Not
absolutely
that.
crucial to Turf War. You can see that
That's the time over there.
the only way to
Move it
really
over here.
tell until the end of the match which team is winning
Oh.
or losing
Oh.
is you're
It-
trying to
you
judge. Like
put
right
down
now,
a
I
special.
would, like right now,
Put
I
down
would
a special
say
weapon.
orange is
Yep.
up. I don't know,
My ears are
53%. I have no idea.
That
We
was
can
crazy.
look at-
Did you see that special? That was the
that
killer
was-
whale.
That was
Will
a
be-
You like
oh,
look
that
at
was
me
one of
scratching
the
my
special
ears? Look out.
weapons.
Ah,
So as I'm laying down my ink right here, you're seeing in the upper right, I'm filling up my special meter.
Yes.
And once I get that filled up all the way, I'm able to click the right stick. Oh no!
Look out!
Get out
Look
of
out!
there, get out
Oh,
of there.
good.
It's
Yeah, I
ready.
think
It's
you're
ready.
safe.
Fire that bad
Careful,
boy
careful.
out.
Oh
Ah.
man!
It's all right. You got splatted, but your special meter does. It's going to go down a little bit, but
Yeah.
you're not going to lose all that
Right.
progress.
So on the Wii U gamepad, this is probably a good chance to mention. On the Wii U gamepad, if I tap a location of one of my teammates who's alive, I can do a super jump
Right
and
back
get
into the
quickly
action.
back into the action
Yeah.
without waiting
Yeah,
for
that's
my
cool.
spawn point to get back.
We should
saw that.
also
That's
mention that each, you chose
Alright,
the
you found some
roller.
Nice. You found a nice chunk of like
Yeah, nobody's even been over here.
unclaimed turf up here.
I turned into a squid there since that was a
All right, you've got the killer whale is ready.
So this is my special.
What?
Once I
Launch
drop
that
it
thing off.
down, anyone unlucky enough
Deploy.
to be in that range there. Oh, looks
Yeah, that's like
I
a
was in
giant. I don't know what it is, like some sonic
Somebody
shockwave.
right
That would
there.
take out
There we
basically
go.
anyone
I
in his
just got
path.
somebody. Oh.
Oh man,
Turn that
guy
corner
was
too
waiting for
tight.
you.
You've got a
in the corner.
minute, 20
Alright.
seconds left here. The
So-
thing I love about Turf War is the matches are never over till they're over.
Right.
There's
Right.
no point where you look
going
down
to
at the
their
turf
base.
map
I'm
and
gonna
feel like
super
we're
jump into
complete.
their
We're never
base.
going to come
No,
back.
it's you got to keep fighting and ink until the end. He chose the roller weapon. That's his main weapon, but it's important to mention that each main weapon you select comes as part of a set.
Yep.
With a sub weapon and a special weapon.
So I've got the.
And what's your special right now?
My
You've got
special
the-
is the killer whale.
You've got the
but
killer
my-
whale.
My sub, I need to get some more ink real quick.
Yeah.
You can actually see my ink tank on the
Yeah,
back
you can see
too.
that his ink is refilling faster as,
As
you
you
use
duck
own
into
color
your
ink
into your
in
own
squid
ink.
form.
Yep.
But I want to.
Hopefully we'll
That's interesting
get that
how
meter up.
you
You can get your killer whale
pick
off.
up other people's things.
I need to.
Oh my gosh, they're all around you.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
Oh, I
like
got
that's like a
spotted.
classic moment. I've had that where
Then
two people have
right by a bunch
rollers
of
and like
squids.
you're sitting there like, and you're right next to someone, but you
Yeah.
can't
Hentai.
like you can't attack very far, so you just end up kind of chasing them with your
Yeah,
own roller.
It's time to think about ink right now.
Yeah.
Put some ink down. Push them back.
Oh,
my
man.
gosh.
Okay, I'm gonna have to be quick.
Last 20
Roller
seconds.
versus
I'm gonna be
roller.
quick. I'm gonna super
Boom
jump.
goes the
I always-
dynamite.
Back into action.
This is always the point of the match where I'm just like eyeballing the gamepad screen completely because I'm trying to figure out how
You see how
close is the
furiously
match.
He was
Oh
hammering.
wow,
need to be
yeah.
quick.
To
You
super
will
jump.
cover
Oh,
that.
Oh.
man, I jumped right into the
Yeah,
middle. He
they've
was
pushed
kinda waiting.
you guys back a bit.
So
Ah,
I
to
haven't seen your gamepad screen a bit, so this is going to be totally a surprise.
Grr.
It's
It's-
gonna be a
it's-
little bit blue there.
It's
a
unanimous.
little
Yeah,
blue.
We've got
Blue
Judd
push
the
the
cat
blue.
at the end of each match.
Wowzers.
Lays down
Unanimous.
the law, lets you know Who wins the turf
And
war?
three of
That
them
was
are
the blue
the
team that
same.
time.
Well, and that last one, you came up against somebody else with a roller, and they just got the jump on you, and that rolling attack, when you get somebody, it's almost one hit, and you're done. So
And you can see your, you know,
This is a cool game right
You
here.
know what? You're still a grand champion to me, Corey.
So
Thank you.
let's show. That was a good. You know, we showed off some roller. Let's load up a different weapon and hop
Okay.
back into another turf war.
I think I'm gonna go with the Splat Charger.
Splat
as
Charger.
my selection. Yeah.
So
I'll leave you guys
Okay,
to maybe talk about the match commentary
Yeah,
as
well,
I get
hope
going.
I hope that as people are watching these matches, I mean, we're going to show 3 matches of turf war with 3 different weapons,
right?
Which is just a tiny amount of the weapon sets that are available in the game, and I think that it's hopefully going to become clear that the dynamic of like the team you're on, the way the match is going,
He
what weapon you
starts
have
too.
can really change like the way that you play.
I like him.
Oh, yeah.
The way the strategies you use, like just the tendencies you might have.
Yeah,
you
you're
know
going to
what?
see
Anyway,
that definitely with
I
the
think I'm
Charger
just going
because,
to
I
cut
mean,
off
we're
right
seeing,
here. Thank you
you know, a
guys
few
for
today,
watching.
but with the roller,
if you
we were
want
able
to
to get,
see
like,
the rest
we're
of
able to
this
move so
match, you
fast
can
and
go
cover
ahead
so
and
much
do
ink
that.
so quickly. Here, you're going to be able to see Ethan lay down
Well,
these flat
well, you
chargers,
already have
like
done
lanes
that
of ink,
because
right?
I'm
He's actually
not
charging it
streaming
down.
this.
You
I'm
can see him. He's
uploading it
holding it
on
down. It's sort of like a, you know, it looks kind of like a sniper
I'm
rifle that
I'm
people
gonna
might be
upload
familiar
this,
with, but it's a little
very
different
next day
because
because
you're
I'm
saying
scared
that
about the
third-person
data.
perspective, but you are getting that. You're shooting that long line of ink out,
So,
which I think can be.
all right,
equally
thank you
useful
guys
for
for
targeting.
watching.
Oh, nice high
And
ground.
maybe if
Watch out.
I
There's somebody with a-
somehow
see that? Somebody's got
inspired
the same
you
weapon
to
coming back
click
at
the
him.
subscribe button
a
somewhere
little bit of
over
range
here,
here. Oh, yeah.
you can
Oh, they
go
see me.
ahead and
Oh.
do that.
Careful.
I'm just
Oh,
starting
no,
off.
get in there.
Oh, I tried to get
So-
away. Did not work out.
Yeah.
And what's great though is because it's not just targeting something in the far
Sorry.
distance, but it's laying down that long line of ink. So you can
Anyway,
always
yeah,
use
I'm
that
just starting off on my
We've seen a lot of folks
YouTube
that right off the
escapades,
bat,
so
spawn point when a match starts, you can just fire
I
the
am
lane,
not
create
going to
that
be
quick lane, all of your
any good
teammates can
at this
swim in
stage.
that and, you know,
If you
Oh,
saw
nice.
my
Beautiful.
accidentally
Get
opened
outta here, Kimmy.
And see, that was a good example. Like that
Internet
happened
Explorer.
really fast.
You know
What
what?
Ethan did was
Whatever.
he laid down a line of ink,
Yep.
swam up it, saw
And then
somebody popped up,
thank
shot
you
another
guys.
one.
Oh,
and
I keep
took
saying
it.
thank you like a broken record.
Your sub weapon, of course, here I believe is the splat
I'm going.
bomb,
I'm gonna
which,
see
kind
you
of
later,
ricochet
and
off the,
Oh, gosh.
countdown.
Oh,
just so you
oh,
know,
nice. That was
I
a
know
great
what's going
shot.
on back there.
So the guy,
Get it off.
had put down a killer whale right there, but he was still standing there behind you, just like checking it out.
You'll
I
see
guess.
also that oh, there's somebody up there too. The
Oh,
Splat
them
Charger is
sausages.
the most efficient weapon for
them
spraying ink on the ground, especially compared to the roller. Oh,
Oh,
gosh, that's
I
danger.
love
That's
it. I
danger.
love it.
That's danger.
Bye.
So that's the splat.